after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Throwing on first down is Allen.
And he fires one incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen, he'll rifle this one deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jared Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Check 53. Check 53. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen got his man. It's Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Check the backer, check the backer. Switch. Check 26, check 26. Kill.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and that'll bring up second down.
Down 80! It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Alert! Whip. Watch the whip. Recon, 132 fighter. 53's the mark. 50. Regular. Alert! Check out.
Allen to throw again. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Mike 52. Strip the ball. Tight.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Anthony Barr leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Murray. Benjamin's got it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Travis Benjamin, 97 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, hold.
Allen now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, Williams. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep. Keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Going for Metcalf on the deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after one. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Come on. You don't want me. Hey, alert 3.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. Green brings it in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, hold on. 54. Man, that's trash. What? Go.
Murray now on first down. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jared Cook. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Check. 56.
27-yard line.
Hey, orbit. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Quit talking about it and bring it. Stop.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Rush in.
Again, 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
X3, 218, chopper. Alert! Hey, Delta. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Murray. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
This is taken at the 18. A first update now from Cincinnati. The Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
Hey, home. Hey, wahoo!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Everyone, we got 4. Hey, Echo. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Hey, defense. Hey, Mike 52.
Allen going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On the delay, Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike's 5-2. Mike 5-2. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. 56. 49, check 49. Watch the twist. Back. Mike 52. 6 man. Check curls. Middle. 52.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's caught by Jackson. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They run. Devontae Freeman. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Here's Matt Hawk now, standing just outside his own goal line. It'll be a 41-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 42-yard line.
Set, ready. Pittsburgh. 54. Hey, they scared. They scared. One, two, come.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Going deep for Benjamin. And this is caught inside the 5. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. A final shot before half from Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A.J. Green. As time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check middle. Check. Lucky. Check. Fresno.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check. Cross 61. Matchbox lights. Half 10. Hey, Alpha. Mike 52. Right here. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Right here.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Watch the shot. Check nickel. Hey, hold.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Allen going to try and throw on third down. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Alert, alert, alert.
Allen going to go on fourth down. It's caught. Nelson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
Alert. Sponge. No. Jim. Check 31.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Check pass. Check alert. 3. Go.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Going deep for Benjamin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Throwing is Murray on third down. And that will be incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Get that quarterback.
In his own end zone, it's Allen. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's first and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak. On 52. Alert. Safety's creeping.
Allen going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, high 7. 53's Mike.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go. 50 set. Hey, hold on. Move forward. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Put it to him, Jet. Cover. He's coming.
On first and 10, here's Murray. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray, the quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A.J. Green. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Bills 42, Dolphins nothing. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. before they can get the punt-away whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game.
And he'll get him! Touchdown, Buffalo! Devontae Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach, that's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Allen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Freeman. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. To throw, it's Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And
my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line.
Allen hit. He lost the football. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little